Democratic Unionist Party leader Arlene Foster says the Northern Ireland parties were close to an agreement on Brexit before their talks were interrupted by Theresa May's announcement of a snap election. The traditional contest in Northern Ireland between Unionists and Nationalists is being played out against a backdrop of uncertainty over what Brexit will mean for the border with the Irish Republic, which will be the UK's only land border with the EU. In Foster's home constituency of Fermanagh and South Tyrone, where her DUP is backing a candidate from the Ulster Unionist Party in an attempt to hold the highly marginal seat against a strong Sinn Féin challenge. Now, as I said, from Belfast by DUP leader Arlene Foster. Welcome to the Daily Politics. Arlene, a majority of people in Northern Ireland voted to remain in the EU. Yours was the only party to officially back Brexit. Why should anyone worried about Brexit vote for the DUP?
Well, of course, the question that was asked was a national question, and that being the case, we have to respect the national opinion, and the national opinion was that we were to leave the European Union. What we want to do now is to get on and to get the best deal for Northern Ireland in the EU negotiations. And
said they don't want it. That's not an assurance, is it?
A hard border either. So what we have to do now is to work together to make sure that that is a reality, and to use all the technology at our disposal to make it a frictionless border, and to do it in a way that respects the common travel area, which of course was in place before we entered membership of the European Union.
Right, but when I spoke to Sinn Féin just a few days ago, they said they couldn't see any scenario in which there would be a frictionless, totally frictionless border, whatever happened in the Brexit negotiations, and that would seriously hamper business interests and that common travel area that you talked about.
Well, of course, Sinn Féin are the only people that are talking about a hard border, and they're doing that for a very political reason. They say that they want no Brexit, no border, no Tory cuts.
But let's talk about relations with Sinn Féin. I mean, the Stormont executive relies heavily on good relations between the First and Deputy First Minister. You've compared Sinn Féin to a crocodile which would keep coming back for more if you feed it. Can you put the relationship with Michelle O'Neill back after the election campaign when you've said comments like that?
Well, of course, that was in the last Assembly election campaign when Sinn Féin had pulled down the Assembly and the Executive. They've pulled down the Assembly, they've pulled down the Executive.
And why did they do that? Tell us about the heating scandal, the RHI scandal that you were criticised for. Do you think you could build relations with Michelle O'Neill?
Well, I respect Michelle O'Neill's mandate. I would hope that she would respect my mandate as the leader of the largest party in Northern Ireland.
What are your red lines when it comes to power sharing? An Irish Language Act? Gay marriage? Investigations into killings by state forces during the Troubles?
Those are all red lines from Sinn Féin. We don't have any red lines.
Speaking to the Belfast Telegraph, former DUP Minister Jim Wells said that Sinn Féin's insistence on same-sex marriage is a red line for his party that would prevent a government being formed. Was he wrong?
Well, what I'm saying to you is those are red lines for Sinn Féin. They are saying they won't come back into government until they get all of these things sorted out.